I'm retired, thankfully. I retired 7 months ago, having done 42 years in the fire service. I initially retired about several years ago when my wife was diagnosed with terminal cancer. We got through that. I went back to work, working in the community as a community safety officer. In 2015, I was recognised for that by the Queen and received a medal, British Empire Medal. Just as the lockdown started, my daughter was diagnosed with breast cancer. I've supported my daughter in regards changing dressings when she had a bad infection, 3 or 4 bad infections on her breast, actually. And at the same time, I've obviously been supporting my wife. I help her to bathe. I do all the cooking, washing, cooking, ironing, hoovering, dusting, you name it as a household chore, I do.
If I can take you back to that diagnosis of your wife, when you get told it's terminal cancer, that's an awful lot for anybody to take in. What was your reaction, and how did that affect the family?
They'd actually told my wife that even with treatment, she'd only have about 18 months. To see your wife break down in tears on her birthday, the day they told her, and I'm thinking, well, whatever we've got, we'll make the best of it. And that was the initial reason I retired then.
When you start getting through the initial diagnosis of your wife, and you say she's an incredible fighter, she's so strong and still fighting. When you hear the news of Tracy, how does that affect you? What do you think? Is it that thought of it's never ending? Why is this not going away?
Well, at the time when she was actually told, it hit me like a rock. And I thought, oh no, not again. And why? And my little girl, I mean, she's 40 odd, but she's still my little girl. And it seems silly for me to say this. I wish it could have been me, both with my wife and my daughter.
You actually remind me of my dad, and this will probably get me a little bit. My mum was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was on a New Year's Eve, and I'm really close with my mum, unbelievably close. And even just that first thought of what it could have been hit me like something rotten. I didn't. We were having a New Year's Eve party. We were about to have everybody come round. I went upstairs, cried non-stop. And then the diagnosis did come, and it was what it was. And my dad is, again, similar to you. He's an ex-police officer, so he's tough. Does a lot for a lot of people. Digs the drives out when it's snowing for the whole cul-de-sac.
Yeah, he does that. Yeah.
I imagine. But deep down, the most gentle, softest, caring person that you could ever imagine. He never cooked. He was awful at cooking. But as soon as this came, he had every cookbook out. He sat on the laptop every single night. What ingredients are going to help my wife, my mum? What could he do? Took her to every single appointment, took her to everything, did everything for the house, did all the housework that you were describing to me there. And you really do remind me of my dad. We were both truly fantastic. So you've really resonated with me, and that's why it's an absolute privilege and absolute honor to tell you that you are our hero of the week. And on behalf of those who potentially haven't thought of the words to thank you properly, on behalf of them, I can honestly say thank you, because you do so much, and you're a brilliant person.
Thank you very much. I feel humbled. I really do.